Hello, and welcome back to Invitation to Puzzles, where today we have the puzzle Frog Spawn by Fish, one of my Sudoku students. And so let's have a look at this puzzle. My students, as it happens, set a bunch of very cool Kropki puzzles. So, spoiler, there's going to be a fair number of Kropki puzzles. But let's have a look. So the black dot, remember, one is double the other. And the white dots form a string of consecutive digits. Well, I should say the white dots are a pair of consecutive digits. That makes this a string of consecutive digits. But then I started in my head starting to say Renbon rules, which is not what's happening here. There is a link in the description if you would like to try the puzzle yourself. And I will tell you, if you finish a fish puzzle, you always get a fish joke. So you can look forward to the fish joke. And let's get started. So we have these very generous strings of black dots, which have to be 1, 2, 4, 8 in some order. And in fact, actually, for this one, I know the order because I can't put the 1 on that side. So I have to do that. This one, I'm less immediately sure what the order is. But I do see that this 4 is consecutive with something. Actually, maybe I should start with this 1 is consecutive with something, and that's a 2, which makes that a 4. This 4 is consecutive with a 3 or a 5, but I can't put a 5 on a black dot at all. So that's a 3, and that's a 6. So this is certainly from 1, 2, 4, 8, I see. This is definitely 3, 6 because it's not 1, 2, 4, 8 by the row. That does immediately mean this black dot has to be from 1, 2, 4, 8. And that's because if this dot were 3, 6, well, that would be 3 3 6s in box 7. And 3 is too many 3 6s to put in box 7. Okay, that one, of course, is not 1 or 2 owing to that. So this one has got to be not 1 because it would have to go up there. So this is 4 or 8. Let's see. These digits I might as well fill in. These are 5, 7, 9, just because the row only has 5, 7, and 9 left. And one convenient thing about the numbers 5, 7, and 9 is that none of them are consecutive with 2. So this is an authentic 4, 8 pair. Going with a 3, 5, 7, 9 up here. Very helpful. I was being sarcastic. It was not actually that helpful. Let's see. This digit is black dotted with a 1, 4. So this is a 2 or 4. Sorry, I think I said that wrong. This digit is black dotted with a 1 or 8. So it's a 2 or a 4. Let's see. I'm going to fill in a couple of these. Like that's a 5, 7. That's a 7, 9, just to keep on top of these. So this black dot, if I look at it, I see that it can't be 2, 4 because of that cell, and it can't be 4, 8 because of that cell. So it's either 1, 2, or it's 3, 6. I really don't think I know which one it is, though. What is this digit? This is a 5, 7, 9, because it sees 1, 2, 4, 8 in the column, and it sees 3, 6 in the box. So this is a 5, 7, 9, consecutive with 4, 6, or 8, I suppose. Not immediately helpful. This black dot is forced. It's not 3, 6, and it doesn't have a 4 on it, so it can't have an 8 on it either. So this is actually a 1, 2. Okay, so that means something, presumably. Let's see. What does that leave in the row? I might as well mark out, by the way. I know that this is a 1, 2, 4, 8. And that's not a 4, and that's not a 2. So that's not a 1, because that would require that to be a 2. And this is not an 8, because 2, 8 is not a valid combination. So we can pencil mark that at least. Okay. I see now by Zach Wing that digit is a 2. Although I feel like last time I solved this puzzle, I saw a different thing than that. Not that there is anything wrong with the precious Zach Wing, but I think I managed to avoid doing anything that complicated last time. Let's see. This digit I see is not even. In the column, it sees 4 and 8, and in the row, it sees 2, 4, and 6. So this, because every white dot needs an even digit, this dot has to be even, and it's not 4 or 8. So it's either 2 or 6, which means this digit... it just can't be 2. Because if this digit is a 2, I need this to be a 1 or a 3, and it can't be 3 because of that 3, and it can't be 1 because of that 1-2 pair. So this just is a 6, going with a 5 or a 7. Okay, so there's a 6 up here somewhere. Just by Sudoku. So that does constrain what these digits can be, because they can go from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, basically, is what we can do up here. Just in order to accommodate that there has to be a 6 up here. Don't immediately see what to do with that. If I am being completely honest. Let's see. I don't think I know what the even dot on this white dot or this white dot is. I know it's not 2 or 4, so I at least know these numbers are fairly sizable. In this column, yeah, in this column, I know this digit's a 3, 6. Basically, it's that 3, 6 goes here in this column. But if you wanted, I could note that this is a 5, 7, 9 triple in the column. And it's a 5, 7, 9 triple in the column where the 5 is down here. That's the point. And so, therefore, this digit is not a 5, and therefore it is not consecutive with 4. There we go. Okay, so that's 8, 4. This is no longer 7 or 9 by virtue of that. Okay, we've got the 5, 7 there. Okay, so these digits are now 1, 2, and 4, right? By virtue of the box having a 5, 7, 9 triple and a 3, 6 pair. That one's not the 4 owing to that. In this row now, we've got 3 of 1, 2, 4, 8. So no way can I make this from 1, 2, 4, 8, because I need 2 1, 2, 4, 8s, and that would be 5 1, 2, 4, 8s for the row. So that makes this have to be 3, 6, and we know the order as soon as it's 3, 6, which makes that not be a 6. This is always a 4 or an 8, which now tells me this can't be a 4, 8, because that would be a clashing 4, 8 for the box. So in fact, we go 2, 2, 4, 8, like that. 1 and 2 over there, like that. 2 by Sudoku is here, going with a 1 because it can't go with a 4. Okay, that's not an 8. I mean, I guess I know this was never going to be a 4 or an 8 because it's the one that's in the middle. I was trying to see if I could place the 1 over here. I don't think I can quite place the 1 over here yet. Or for that matter, the 8. Oh, I was trying to place a 6 in this box. I should not try to place a 6 in that box. What about these cells? They could be 5, 7, 9, and 8 is the things they can be. Except that one's not 8 and that one's not 8. Oh, so in fact, that's the 8, is the words I'm supposed to say. Because I need to place an 8 in this row. And it just can't go there. So this is the 8, which resolves that that's... Well, it at least resolves that that's a 2. Are there any numbers I'm sure have to be on here? Not sure. This can't be 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm talking about this digit over here, or that it can't be 6, 7, 8, and 9 over there. I think all of those seem plausible. This white dot now, though, has a 6 on it, because 2, 4, and 8 are gone. So this has a 6. So this is from 5, 6, 7, which makes this cell be from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not a 4, as is evidenced by that 4. Do I know anything about the world up here? I guess this is a triple now, because I've got my 5, 7, 9 triple over here. Maybe I should have colored 5, 7, 9s in this puzzle. It's very possible I should have done that. These are just 1, 2, 3, actually, weirdly enough. So that's the 2. And this 1, 3 actually looks across and makes that the 4, which means these aren't 4. So these are from 5, 6, 7, 8. So the middle is definitely never a 5. Okay, and if we're doing 3 digits that are consecutive from 5, 6, 7, 8, that means we've definitely used a 6 and a 7, right? I can now no longer avoid there being a 7 up here, is the point. Because if I try, then I make these a 5, 6 triple, which is a problem. So that means that digit's a 9, and it also means that digit's not a 7. Let's see. Okay, and so, that 4 also seems to have made this digit an 8, which seems to have made that a 7 and a 5 and a 9. Let's see. That's a 1, 4 pair, making that a 2, and my 1, 4 pair looks up and makes that a 3 and a 1. Looks back down at the 6 and the 3. Does make that a 6. Remembering the even digit on the dot was a 6. That just puts a 6 there. That's not an 8, because 8 isn't consecutive with 6. Okay, so what about this digit? Not 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be 5. It can't be 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. I think it can literally only be 5. It can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. And it can be 5. We said 6 and 7 are on here. And then it can't be 8. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here is the better way to do it. 8 by Sudoku is here alone. And so that makes that 8, 7, 6, 5. Anyway, so therefore that's a 5, however you wanted to do it. 7, we can sort out all of those. Let's see, these are 3 and 6, it looks like. Nope, try again, Zeta. 3 and 4. Yeah, these are 3 and 4. That sounds better. Let's see, these are 1 and 9. Going like that. And we're very close now. Let's see. We can fill in this pair. These are 4 and 9, and we know the order on that. So we know that digit. In theory, it's a 3. Let's see. That's a 1 for the column. That's an 8. These are 5 and 9, and I don't think I know the order of the 5 and the 9 just yet. But if I fill in these triples, I should get there. So these are 3, 5, 6, and these are 1, 7, 9. And so if I just let Sven carry me through this, then we can fill in all of that. Like that. Let's see. Here we're missing a 4, which has to go there. And a 7, which has to go there. Let's see, these are 6 and 8. These are 3 and 5. Nope. Try again. 3 and 9. There we go. Okay, now everything should fall into place. So that is a 9, 7 and 5. That is a 7. That is an 8. And we have to answer the fish joke. What did the fish say when it swam into a wall? Damn. Very good. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. Let us know down in the comments. And I'll see everyone next time on Invitation to Puzzles. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.